Do you want to know how to thin your carrots after you planted them? In this video, I'm going to show you 2 easy ways on how to thin carrots. Hi, this is Jeremy Stark here from Green Thumb Gardener, here to show you some tips, tutorials, and reviews for all your gardening needs. In today's video, we're going to show you 2 simple and easy ways to thin your carrots. You may have planted some carrots not too long ago and you notice that there's such a huge amount of leaves growing out of them that you do need to actually thin them. And basically there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. Before we get into that, I just want to remind you, if you do find this content helpful and you do like the show, please give us a green thumbs up. If you want to subscribe below, also hit the bell, and that will give you a notification when we do have new content that you get notified of that. Also want to let you know on our website, Gardener Thumb, we also have some other hints and posts and things like that out there. So let's get right into the show. So as I said, today we're going to go over 2 simple ways that you can thin your carrots. Now this may be done in your garden. And in this instance, we do have a container full of carrots here. If you want to see on how to grow carrots in a container, you can also check out the video above, and you can find out how to do that for you. But let's get right into it. So basically, one of the things that you have to be aware of when you do have carrots is when you're planting them, they're actually going to grow pretty dense because the seeds are really small. There are a couple of different seeds you can get. You can get the pelleted seeds, which are a lot bigger. They're kind of a seed surrounded by some, almost like a coating on it that does dissolve in the dirt. And there's also the regular seeds that you can get, the very, very small seeds. So even if you do plant it out and you kind of put where you're going to put everything, there's always going to be a few seeds that get around, and you might have just planted them a little bit too close anyways. But one way that you can actually thin these out, and as if you'll notice right here, I mean, there's quite a dense population of them. All right, as you can see, the carrots here are pretty. Some of them are close together. So, as I was saying, you want to make sure you have these spaced out apart so that they can grow in here. So one way that you can thin carrots, the really simple way to do this is, if you have some scissors or some shears, is you actually just go ahead and you want to cut off the actual tip of the actual carrot growing. So you just basically want to find the ones, because you want to have them at least, the carrots, they're going to grow, say that size right there. So you want to have like maybe a good 2 or 3 inches apart from each other, maybe 4. So if you notice, there's one right here. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's one right here that's awfully close. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip this one right off. So as you can see, I just pulled out, just snipped that one right off. So the root in there is going to still going to be there, but it's not going to grow fully with it. Now the other way that you can do this, and this is the way I really like, because I'm one of those gardeners that I don't like killing plants and stuff, but not that you really, killing them, but anyways, basically there's another way that you can sort of kind of reuse the plants that you have here. Really simple way to do this is that you find a plant that you want, right, and you just look for the plant, and you have to kind of reach around some of these things, because if they're close together. And what you want to do is you want to make sure the soil is very moist. Now, it rained out last night, so I know this is still pretty moist. So what I want to do is kind of go into the plant and actually just pull it up, straight up. Okay? And as you can see, I'm not sure if you can really see it, but my camera will focus in on that. But basically, it's the actual root of the carrot itself. So what I like to do is I'll find another spot in my bucket here, and I did this in the container. And you can also do this in your garden as well. And then I take some kind of stick or something. You can use a pen, or I think this is a paintbrush for my kids stuff. And then I just poke a hole in here so that it's kind of deep down. And then I take and then I take the actual carrot plant and then I move it over here. And then you kind of just press it in a little bit. So that will basically, because this is only, this particular plant is only about 4 to 5 weeks old when I planted these. So this is actually a really good time to do this because they still haven't really developed as much. They're not forming the carrot as of speak yet. But it still gives you enough time to kind of move around and get them, where you want to. So basically, it's really simple to do that. You would just go ahead and just move them around. Now, obviously, there's only so much space that you have in this container right here. But, in reality, you could actually, if you're in a garden, you could just move them to another spot in the garden. Or if you wanted to have another container, you would also basically just, do the same thing. It's just except in a different container. So this is kind of a good way to get them started to do that. But I find that when you do this, they do still work out fine as long as you plant them in another spot that doesn't have any rocky or any kind of twigs or anything like that in the soil. Because that's one of the things about carrots that you have to be mindful of, is that when they grow down, you want to make sure that they're in a very loose soil that's not going to compact them. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll see if I can move some of these around. And so if you found this video helpful, please give us a green thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for the notifications. Also, if you could, in the comments, let me know what you guys are doing for carrots. I mean, if you guys got them in containers, you guys got them in the garden, follow along this video. Give us a hashtag grow carrots. And also, if you do want to check out our website, we have a website that has some helpful content called gardenerthumb.com. We'd love to hear from you there as well. Well, we'll see you in the next video, and as always, thanks for showing up.